Hello friends, Scott from Platte River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you at least once a week to let you know about how my progress is going on my journey. Also try to check in with you at least one other time a week regarding something that I've learned. Usually it's about keto, but occasionally it's just about something that I've learned about this little journey that we call life. Um, Sorry for the late check-in this week. Normally I check in on Saturdays. Today is Sunday. Yesterday I had the opportunity to go to the Harvest of Harmony, which is in Grand Island, Nebraska. That's about a little over 2 hours from where I live. I got to see my son in the Harvest of Harmony, which is a band competition. He did a great job. It was really fun to spend most of the day with my daughter because my wife actually is a band mom. So she went on the bus with my son at 5:30 in the morning yesterday. My daughter and I got to get a bunch of things here at the house done, and then we drove and got to watch him in his performance. So that was great. Getting to be uh, do things as a dad is it's one of my favorite things to get to do. I love being a father. I loved getting to spend time with my daughter, and it was fun to see my son doing something that he really enjoys. So for my check-in this week, as promised, I have not weighed myself, and I'm doing much better. I feel like I'm really resetting myself, and I feel like I'm really gonna finally call the last couple of weeks what it has actually been, which has been a reset for me. I was really hesitant to call it a reset because calling it a reset or a pause almost in trying to lose weight, it internally somehow I felt like I was being a failure by taking that break. I have so much weight to lose still, even though I've lost a significant amount of weight. I have so much left to lose that I felt like for some reason, and it was internal. It wasn't anything really from anybody else, but it was internal that I couldn't take a pause because I have so much still that I need to do. I need to hurry up and get it done. But really, that's what the last couple of weeks has been. It's been a good reset for me. I'm back on my workout routine. Not that I was really ever off of it, but to kind of explain what I do for my exercise, DDPY, Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. You've heard me talk about it before. If you haven't, go back and check out my other videos. It's there. It's a program where, certain days during the week you have a workout and other days that you have that you could take off, possibly. I'd gotten into the habit of, nobody likes Mondays, and I don't like Mondays either. I'd gotten into the habit of kind of pushing my Monday workout, moving it to Tuesday, moving it to Wednesday. And as my wife and I were talking about on our walk with the dogs this morning, I basically gotten to where I wasn't working out on Monday or Tuesday and was shoving my workouts into like Wednesday to Saturday. So in my last couple of weeks, kind of resetting, I'm back on where I'm working out every day again, which is really nice. Like I've mentioned in my videos before, my working out is really so much better for my mental health. It's obviously good for my body, but it just helps me mentally. And also, I feel like I've had a good chance to reset from what I'm putting into my mouth perspective. Again, nothing, as I've mentioned in my last few videos, there was nothing really off plan from the keto lifestyle. I haven't been consuming pizzas or buckets of ice cream or anything like that. But I just been kind of, trying to figure out what I want to do in this next phase where I really want to make a push to lose some more weight. That's what I'd like to do. It was interesting. I had a conversation with my wife this morning, and I was sort of talking about, and I've hit on this in several videos recently, but that I want to set some short-term goals, and I have some here, and I actually have written them down in my handy-dandy notebook there. Did you read them all? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go over them. But I have them in my notebook, and I've written them down because as I was talking with my wife this morning, the goals now are just different than they were to start. And like I said, this isn't the first time that I've mentioned this in my videos, but they're just different now. It's not as cool to say I'd like to be able to go up the hill faster when I'm deer hunting, as it was to be able to say I'd like to be able to go up the hill where I couldn't go up the hill before. My wife and I and our kids, after the Harvest of Harmony yesterday evening, we went to dinner at Texas Roadhouse. And if any of you have ever been there, it's mostly almost all booths. There are some shared table things, but it's like 90% booths. And So anyway, as I've mentioned in my videos in the past, it used to be a thing. I couldn't fit in a booth. And so it was a really big deal to me when I was like, I can get in a booth. Yay! What a great non-scale victory. And I thought about it last night, and I mean, the cool thing was we got to the restaurant and I had to go use the restroom. So I'm like, hey, I didn't even try to fit in the booth. I knew I would, which is awesome. But that used to be a thing like that I really worried about, and so it was really cool and a really great non-scale victory to go, I fit in the booth. Now I'm like, I fit in the booth more comfortably. Like nobody's excited about that. If I get on here next week and go, hey, guess what? I still fit in the booth and I have a little more room in the booth. Like, no one cares. You guys care. You're wonderful. You're very nice. But like, relatively speaking, not a huge victory. I've mentioned many times before the whole seatbelt extender thing on an airplane. Very cool to not need one, but now that I don't need one, it's like, ooh, I could tighten it like I had this much, and I could tighten it and I have this much. No one cares. Those goals are not as interesting. The non-scale victories aren't as exciting. And so it's really been difficult because I can do most of the things that I want to do. I can't do them as well as I'd like to. And as I mentioned to my wife today, depending on the angle of the photographs, I, still don't photograph super great. But that's not motivating enough to me, like on a regular basis, to actually want to get this other 125, 130 pounds gone. And so, all of that, 5-minute long preamble to say that I've set some goals for myself. Today is October 2nd. So basically, October, November, December, the last 3 months of the year, I've set some goals for myself. And I do want to say, before I share these goals with you, that one of the things that I was thinking about, and I'm going to talk a lot more about this because, first of all, I love the holidays, and second of all, it's a time of year when most people tend to gain a lot of weight. So I'm going to talk more about the holidays, but it's just sort of a kickoff to the holidays. Yesterday was October 1st. We're coming into the month of October where people celebrate Halloween, and then you have November and December, Thanksgiving and Christmas. This time of year is a time where people tend to gain a lot of weight. And if you're watching my channel, chances are you are either on a keto journey like me, or at least interested in learning about how to be healthier and lose some weight. I would encourage you to think about what you want these next 3 months to look like. The last 3 months of the year, the last quarter of the year. What do you want out of it? Because if you don't think about that, you're going to find yourself sitting there on January 1st trying to set some New Year's resolutions because you put on 20 pounds in the last 3 months of the year. Anyway, just some food for thought. So now, I'm going to share with you the goals that I have between now and the end of the year. So my October to December 2022 goals. Number 1 is that I would like to be under 300 pounds by December 31st. Last time I weighed myself, I was 325, 323, somewhere in that ballpark. I haven't weighed myself in a few weeks. My guess is that I'm in that general ballpark. That's what I feel like. I might have put back on a couple of pounds. So my guess is that in order to actually reach that goal and be under 300 pounds by December, it's going to be somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds that I need to lose, which is 10 pounds a month, which I think is very healthy and realistic. It's a little over 2 pounds a week, which I think is something I can do. So that's the first goal. That's a concrete, very measurable goal. And as I've mentioned many times on my channel, it's not all about the number on the scale. It's definitely not all about the number on the scale, but the number on the scale is definitely a measurable tool that I can use to see that I'm moving forward on my journey like I'd like to. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is a DDPY workout daily. Like I said, I had this program and I've been doing it now for quite a while. I've been doing it pretty consistently since April. And you have days where you're on and days where you're theoretically off. Since I'm not really doing anything else for workouts, my goal is to have one of those workouts every day. Sunday is the one day that I really take as a reset day. I am definitely very religious, so it's a very important day for me, a spiritual day. But it's also a day to reset my body. So I tend not to work out hard on Sunday. Having said that, there's a couple of DDPY workouts, a stretch workout, a wake up workout. Those are the kinds of things that I plan on doing on Sundays. But my goal, and I'm going to track this, is to have a DDPY workout every day for the rest of the year. Number 3, keto treats. I have basically set down and written down when I want to have keto treats between now and the end of the year. It's kind of gotten to be a thing where I'm not going to say every week, but it feels like pretty close to that. We have at least one kind of keto treat, which it would probably be fine if I was, around my target weight. But since I'm not, it's really detrimental to my weight loss to have a lot of those. And the treats in and of themselves, there's nothing wrong with them. But again, I'm in a period where I'm trying to actually cut some weight, and I know that those things are not going to be helpful to me. They're not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but they're less good than other things that I could eat. That's something that Dr. Barry likes to say. It's not necessarily bad, but it is less good. So I've written down, I'm going to have a keto treat today. Most of you probably are not members of my faith, but Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has their general conference twice a year. It's the first week of April and the first week of October. This is the first weekend of October. So it's kind of a fun opportunity for us to get to hear from the leadership of our church. It's broadcast, it's on TV. It's one of the couple weeks of the year where rather than actually going to church, we kind of sit at home, watch them. And we also normally enjoy some food that we don't normally have because we have lots of time to be at home and to cook. So I'm actually going to have one of those treats today. There are some keto cinnamon rolls that we're going to enjoy. So today is one of those days. I do have one question mark, Dave, and I'm going to share with you, which is my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday is in a couple of weeks. I seriously doubt she's going to want a keto birthday cake, but I thought about, do I want to make something for myself so that I don't feel left out? I don't feel like I need that, but I have that on there as a possible keto treat day. The next day is Halloween. We'll probably make some sort of keto fat bomb, like a peanut butter cup kind of thing, so that we can enjoy that while we're handing out crap to the kids that come to our door. Thanksgiving, I said 2 days of that weekend, Thursday to Sunday. Obviously, Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to enjoy some things that I wouldn't normally enjoy. But going to allow myself a keto treat, probably a leftover keto treat or something, kind of getting ready for the holidays. Christmas, as needed in the month of December, is what I said. I'm definitely going to want to keep myself on track, and one of the ways to do that would probably be to allow myself a couple of treats during that month. No more than once a week. The exceptions are Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Again, while I'm not going to go off the rails and have things that are not keto, I'm probably going to enjoy a couple of keto treats during that time. With the overall goal in mind still, that I want to be down under 300 pounds by December 31st. So while I'm going to allow myself a little bit of leeway, I am going to be watching the scale and seeing what's going on to make sure that I'm keeping on track. No nuts. I know I've said this before, and I've said I wanted to limit myself on the nuts. I'm saying no nuts. Outside of those that are in keto treats. I'm going to allow myself almond flour on the keto treats that I'm going to have, but I am not going to have handfuls of nuts. So, yeah, it's a problem for me. I eat it too much. I overeat it. And the last thing is that I'm going to try to do a few longer 42 to 48 hour fasts once every 2 weeks. During these last 3 months. So, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, but I wanted to get that out there, share these goals with you. I am going to create a tracker for myself so that I can actually track, did I get my DDPY workout in every day? I'm going to put, did I not have a keto treat? And go ahead and mark that off. It's nice to check a box. I enjoy that. Not everybody does, but I do. And then I am going to, starting next week, I'm going to start sharing with you my weight each week. I do weigh in on Saturdays and see how we're tracking on reaching that goal of being under 300 pounds by December 31st. So thank you for letting me share my goals with you. Once again, the homework that you have, if you decided to watch my video all the way to this point, a little bit longer video today, is to think about what you want to get out of this holiday season, out of this last 3 months of the year. And maybe write down some goals for yourself. If you feel so inclined, share those in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to connect with any of you. Maybe we can be accountable to each other for our goals. But I get to be accountable to all of you by sharing my weekly videos. So there's that. But if you've enjoyed my video, if you enjoy my videos, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can be notified the next time I share one of my videos with you. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep calm and keto on, and we'll talk to you again soon.